The Knicks have their sights set on their main trade target this offseason. And according to multiple reports, that player is Mikal Bridges. According to multiple NBA insiders, Leon Rose and this Knicks front office have continuously checked in with the Brooklyn Nets on the availability of Mikal Bridges and trying to trade for him and getting him on this team. We're going to break down these latest reports and so much more today. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. And make sure you have notifications turned on so you don't miss a second of the new content. And now, let's get started. The Knicks continue to check in on Mikal Bridges. It's clear with Leon Rose, if you're his trade target, if you're the player he wants on this team, he is going to lock into you, focus in on you, and make sure he does everything in his power to get that player on this team. Now, we should mention the Brooklyn Nets have already mentioned and stated they do not plan to trade Mikal Bridges. Their plan is to get another star to play with Mikal and build around those two. They do not want to trade him. However, at least according to multiple NBA insiders, it doesn't matter about what Sean Marks or that Brooklyn Nets organization wants because multiple teams, one of them being the Knicks, are continuously checking in with Brooklyn and trying to see if Mikal Bridges is available. Let's break down these latest reports. According to Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports, he states the Knicks, Jazz, and Rockets are the three teams that have been checking in on Mikal Bridges' availability. He continues by stating the following. Brooklyn Nets swingman Mikal Bridges is a player to monitor among Utah's most aggressive aspirations. The Jazz are set to be right in the mix with Houston holding the number 3 pick and New York, where 3 of Bridges' college teammates currently play. Among the teams that continue to check in with Brooklyn about the availability of its 27-year-old swingman. Another NBA insider and Kevin O'Connor from The Ringer also believes that a Nets and Knicks trade for Mikal Bridges can happen. According to Connor, he believes that the door is not closed on that type of trade. While calling Bridges a perfect fit for the Knicks, Connor says that Bridges could be had for the right massive price. His exact quote is the following. Would the Nets be willing to trade Bridges to the Knicks to join his Nova buddies? Based on my conversations with people around the league, I believe so. If the Knicks are willing to overpay, but Bridges would be worth it. Shout out to these great NBA insiders for giving us the following updates about Mikal Bridges and the Knicks' trade interest in him. This is music to my ears, guys, and I know you know why. For my list, the 3 main players I want the Knicks to target and go after this offseason is Mikal Bridges, Devin Booker, and Donovan Mitchell. But Mikal tops the list because for me, and I agree with Kevin O'Connor, he is the perfect fit for this Knicks team. High-level defender, check. Will play better under Tom Thibodeau, check. Doesn't need the ball to be impactful, and that's important for this Knicks team, check. Has chemistry with Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart, 3 significant players for this Knicks team, check. Mikal Bridges checks all the boxes for this Knicks team, and if you can trade for him without breaking up your core of Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, and Julius Randle, which, by the way, can absolutely happen. Because if you make a massive trade for Mikal Bridges, you can load it with a lot of picks, a couple of role players, and other players that make the money match. And we absolutely can do that. If we pull off a trade like that, and we're able to get Mikal Bridges while retaining our core, this Knicks team is an NBA Finals contender each and every year as long as that core unit can stay healthy. Because Mikal on this team, he can score whenever you need him to. He won't jeopardize what Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle give you on offense, and he'll only support our defense under Tom Thibodeau. Our defense will get better under Tom Thibodeau with a player like Bridges on this team. And we have to remember, a starting unit, if you're able to make a trade like that while retaining the Knicks core, you would have Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, and Isaiah Hartenstein as your starting 5. That is lethal, deadly. That is destroying the league game by game. That team is going all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. That team is beating the Boston Celtics. That team is going all the way to the NBA Finals. And that's all you need, ladies and gentlemen. You just need a ticket to the show. And if you have that ticket, it guarantees you a chance to win the chip. And that's all we need. And if you get Jalen Brunson there, and you already see what he can do, he's one of the most clutch players the Knicks have. What do you think he's doing in the NBA Finals? Because in my opinion, he's going off each and every single game. And for those people who don't believe in Julius Randle and his playoff performances, let me say this to you guys. Julius Randle has never had a team like this surrounding him. And if you add a player like Mikal Bridges to this roster, there is no way you can say that Julius Randle was ever surrounded with that level of talent. And that changes the game. Not only that, Julius Randle would be the number 2 option on this Knicks team. Jalen Brunson would be the clear superstar number 1. Randle never had that before as well, too. You pair all of that with Randle and his style of play, bully ball Randle going down low, drawing 2 or 3 defenders. That means your wings are open. Your perimeter shots are open. That means he can make the pass over there, get a clear open look, and the Knicks can benefit from it. That's what we were missing in the postseason this year. We're going to get that back in spades come this next season. Julius Randle's going to come back healthier than ever. He is going to be locked in and focused. And if we can make the right additions to this Knicks team, and Mikal Bridges is the perfect fit. He is the player. He is the star. He is the guy that the Knicks need to go after this offseason. If they can pull off a trade like that and retain their core, Leon Rose will get the utmost praise. He will be seen as one of the best Knicks presidents that we've ever seen to take that position. And not only that, he will set up this Knicks team for success and potentially NBA championships for many, many years to come. Nobody in my lifetime has ever done that. If Leon Rose does it, he'll be the first to do it that I've been able to see. But as Kevin O'Connor stated, if the Knicks and the Nets were going to pull off a trade, something they haven't done since 1983, the Knicks would likely have to make a massive offer. What would that massive offer look like? Well, shout out to fadeworld.net that gave us the following trade package that the Knicks would have to give up to get Mikal Bridges and also retain their core. And I gotta say, it's absolutely massive. Let's break this down real quick. The Knicks would receive Mikal Bridges and the Nets would receive, let me get my glasses. This is a lot. Bojan Bogdanovic, Miles McBride, both of our first-round picks in this year's draft. Our 2025 first-round pick via Milwaukee, top 4 protected. Our 2025 first-round pick via Washington, top 10 protected. And our 2026 first-round pick and our 2028 first-round pick. Those picks are likely unprotected picks. So altogether, it's 4 of our picks as well as 2 first-round picks that we own from other teams in Milwaukee and Washington. Absolute insanity, at least to a degree. Now, that is a lot of picks to give up for Mikal Bridges. That together, regardless if it's protected or not, or if it's our pick or not, it's 6 first-round picks, Bojan Bogdanovic and Deuce McBride to get Mikal Bridges on this team. Here's the thing, though. If we were to remove that 2026 first-round pick and maybe put a top 10 protection on the 2028 first-round pick we gave them, I would do that deal because we're giving away 2 protected first-round picks from other teams. Now, listen, whatever you want to say about Milwaukee, if that pick will convey, how high will it be, anything like that, we don't know that situation. We don't know what's going to happen. What we do know is that Mikal Bridges is the missing piece. You get Mikal on this team, it sets up the Knicks for success for years to come. We're talking about being an NBA Finals team for years to come. So why do I care about 2028? I don't care about 2028. Why do I care about this year or next year or 2026? It won't matter because the Knicks will be one of the best teams in the league come that season because we'll have Mikal Bridges, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, and OG Anunoby on this team. We'll have a legit big 4 on this team. The Knicks are already looking to trade their picks from this year's draft. So for me, in my head, those picks are already gone. I don't even count them The only picks I'm counting in that particular trade is the 2026 pick and the 2028 pick. Those two picks, especially if unprotected, I don't like that. It doesn't sit well with me, especially because we're giving those picks to our rival in the Brooklyn Nets. But if we can add a protection to the 2028 pick and take away that 2026 pick, I would do it. I would do this trade in a heartbeat. Now, maybe in the comments you're saying right now, Troy, that's an overpay. You're crazy. You should never give up that many picks for a player like Mikal Bridges. Listen, I understand what you're saying, but here's what I'm going to say to that. You got to pay to play, number one. Number two, Mikal is worth it, and we don't know what the Milwaukee pick or that Washington pick is going to convey to. We have no idea if we're even going to use those rookies that we draft in those years. Given all of those factors, for me, it's not that much of a risk as you may think, because the only real picks we're giving up here is the 2026 pick and the 2028 pick. Barring that, we really shouldn't care about the rest of the trade package. We know, even though we don't want to give up Deuce, we stated already, if you're going to give up Deuce, at least get back a star or an all-star in the mix. I think Mikal checks that box. And if you do that, you push Dante Ware to the bench. That instantly improves your bench. So you got an improved bench and you got an improved starting unit. Ding, ding. That's exactly where the Knicks want to be. They want to have a team that they can make sure can compete each and every night. And getting Iron Man like Mikal Bridges on your team, Julius Randle, without these freak injuries, he normally plays each and every game as well, too. So basically, you're going to have two potential Iron Men on this team playing heavy minutes for this Knicks team. And that's what you have to think about under Tom Thibodeau. Players that are going to play heavy minutes and don't have a problem playing heavy minutes. Mikal already does that for the Nets. He would do that for the Knicks without any question, and he would do it in a winning situation. I don't care if it's slightly an overpay. That's the move you need to make if you want to be considered a contender in the NBA. Be considered a contender for the NBA Finals. That's the move. Leon knows it. I know it. This Knicks front office knows it. And some of you, even though you might be on the fence, and I can't wait to read your comments about this one, I'm sure if you admit it to yourself, you'll say exactly what I've said. Mikal Bridges is the perfect fit for this Knicks team. And if the Knicks pull off that trade and get him on this roster, offseason is checked off as perfect. The Knicks did exactly what they need to do. Everything after that is a bonus. But what about you guys? What do you think about these latest reports indicating that the Knicks are one of the teams checking in on the availability of Mikal Bridges? Let me know in the comments below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knick fans. Peace.